Alrighty, guys, last week WWE released this screenshot. This week, another Randy Orton, actually just a couple days later, Randy Orton's screenshots have been released. Let's go ahead and take a look. Here's one of the first ones from Randy Orton. This is actually the second one they released, but you guys can see Randy Orton in his vintage pose. Now, unlike the John Cena image, and I want to go back and show that one off, unlike this one, there is no work in progress images on it. Now, that could just be a leak because there was a really, really high-quality image that went out besides the one they tweeted out. And as you can see in this one, you've got the work in progress details in the bottom right corner. But overall, and it is stretched a little bit because the image wasn't a full 920 by 1080, but he looks really good. And I see a lot of comments on my Twitter and Facebook that are saying, wow, they can do this in 1 year? Holy crap, why didn't they do this a long time ago? They're able to do this in 1 year because of next-gen consoles. If you're wondering, why am I on 360 and PS3? Why do the graphics still look like shit? It's because you're on an old console. Plain and simple. If you want the best and, most up-to-date graphics, you're going to need a new console. I know I can't afford an Xbox One either. I had to borrow money for a fucking PS4 to get it. I understand the struggle, man. But these step-up in graphics are coming on a next-generation console. You're on a console, the Xbox and the PS4, that is from 2005. You're on a 9-year-old piece of technology. Do you have a computer you're running right now that you've had for 9 years? No, you've probably updated. And it's just a sad fact of life. So there's the first screenshot, which I think looks really good. And then the second screenshot is the reverse of the other one, which is Randy Orton then looking back at John Cena. And this one, you can look at the definition on Randy, and I think it looks absolutely amazing. And there's still room for them to improve the year after. You can see his hair. You can see a little bit more rigid on his body. Like, that's what I was more expecting. It wasn't as crisp as John Cena's side. But it really goes to show that these are most likely... the guys are sitting there looking at each other, and this is when they hit the pause menu. They go into a match replay or whatever, and they get a shot like this. This is most likely what this is from. This is not a CGI image from a trailer. These are actual screenshots, but it's like in the Madden ones when they get the really, really high-quality screenshots. It's a true in-game look. You just have to go into instant replay and look in the fielder to get the most high-quality image. But... this one as well is a work in progress, as you can see. Randy's scouring back, and that goes to show, next generation consoles, or just this gen consoles, the Xbox One and the PS4, are getting more facial recognition. They're getting, the scouring, the smiling, more of the emotion that can be told on screen, and you're only going to be getting that on next gen. So, if you're a fan of this and you think this looks good, you have a couple months now, save up, get that next gen console, because you're not going to be getting that on current gen. And I know a lot of people are probably mad and upset about that, but you have to realize, I thought WWE 2K15 got to a great level with graphics for the console it is on. This is a console that's been out since, can't even remember the first game that was on the next gen for the WWE series. Was it SBR 2006 was the first one that was on, or 2007 that was on Xbox? That's 7 years of games, 6 years of games that came out on that console, and they always seem to get a little better and better. Some people say it went backwards, but I thought they've, gotten a little bit better. And then now they're jumping up to this. My God, in 4 to 5 years, when the next generation consoles have been out for a while, are we gonna be looking like pretty lifelike? Like, we're getting to a point where it's looking pretty crazy. These guys are looking good. You can see on his left shoulder, there's a little bit of the not the blur, but, a little bit of more hard edges, which could just be, probably why they put a work in progress. It wasn't as crisp as the John Cena screenshot, but Randy Orton's looking good, and Cena's looking good as well in the other screenshot. He does look pissed, but you can just see that there's a lot of updating coming, and a lot of that updating is coming from the fact that we are on a next generation console. So from John Cena to there, flipping over to Randy Orton, I mean, you guys can just, picture these guys going back and forth. They're going to stare down, John, Randy, John, Randy, John, Randy. And you can see the fans behind. There's actually some empty seats. I wonder if that's trying to signify. Like, you can see in the top left corner. I don't have the white board to draw, but you can see some empty seats in the top left corner, man. Maybe this is their TLC match and the place emptied out and it's not as busy. But I think the ring ropes in this one, you can look on Randy's arm, are looking really good. Like, I thought in the first picture they released, the ring ropes looked exactly like 2K14, like where they looked a little, cheesy. and then you look over there, and they look pretty good. So I wonder what you guys think of these screenshots. Is it going to be enough to make you buy a next-generation console? I know it's a lot if you're just buying one game. If all you play is WWE, I wouldn't expect people to upgrade to a next-generation console. But if you really are a strong gamer and you do other things besides just, WWE, it's definitely worth it. I like the graphics. UFC is always fun. MLB, the show looks great, and you guys can really tell they've stepped their game up, and a majority reason for that is because they are on next-generation consoles. So I want to know what you guys think of the new screenshots of Randy Orton. You think it's looking good? Hopefully we'll eventually see gameplay. My guess would be at SummerSlam with the roster reveal, we'll finally get a trailer and all that information on the game, and hopefully it's going to blow our minds. I can't say I've seen some stuff and may have signed something, but from what I've heard and from what's been thrown out there, things are looking good, guys. And I think we're going to enjoy this year's game. And like I said, it is their first year stepping in, 2K visual concepts. And let's hope they can knock it out of the park. So let me know what you guys think of the screenshots. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and Facebook. I post these as soon as I can on there. And then I make the video afterwards. So all the screenshots so far for 2K15. I'll be back. Make sure to check out IGN's First Take. They get all the exclusives this month. And you can check that out on IGN. You can just search WWE First Take IGN. So until next time, guys, thank you for watching. Can't wait for more screenshots, guys. Let me see them. Let me see trailers. Let me see the roster reveal. Let's go 2K.